What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I firmly believe that Terra Luna Classic is going to find a way to get the 1% burn tax implemented off chain. And I know this may be coming from someone who has been trying to do that, trying to make my connections work, which I don't have many connections for different exchanges. I have exchanges that are, kind of lower end tier 3 exchanges, but I don't really have any in like the tier 2, tier 1 exchange level that can implement something like that for Terra Luna Classic. And while you have different exchanges like, Coinin and MEXC doing it at some point in time, and even other ones that are looking to implement that or were looking to agree to implement it as well, it just wasn't enough volume and wasn't enough traction to continue that effort across the board. Well, if you don't know, I'm like releasing and starting to really build my new proposal that's breaking down a bunch of different things. And just today, earlier today, we had a live stream for like 7 hours where we were going through different pieces of it, the 1% tax, the 1.2% tax, so the 1.2% on chain, the 1% that would be off chain, the reasons why we would do it, the benefits that come with it, as well as trying to implement other pieces of it as well. But I feel like this is the main thing that we want to see. This is going to be the main driver of that burn, is if exchanges decide to burn 1% of each transaction that goes through. And I know how that sounds. It sounds like it could be far-fetched. It sounds like it might not happen because exchanges, may lose a lot compared to other exchanges that don't do it. But the only way that this gets done is if all exchanges decide to agree to do it. And I think, what exchanges want to hear, and I know maybe some people don't believe this, but what exchanges want to hear is that we physically have a plan. And the plan is not for us to just make money. The plan is partial that, for us to make some money out of it because that's what investors do. However, it's also about restoring the chain to what it once was, restoring Terra Luna Classic as well as USTC to what it once was, meaning that it has a long-term future and can increase their bottom line, not only for this millisecond or this day or this month or whatever. We're looking for years upon years of increasing the exchange's bottom line. If Binance has 30% of the supply, I've said this plenty of times, if Binance has 30% of the supply, right now it's worth $100 million for their bottom line. However, as it gets up to all-time high, as we see a market cap of $40 billion, it's worth $12 billion. And the same thing goes for KuCoin or wherever else is being traded. Whatever amount that you're holding now, even if it does decrease, the percentage stays the same. And whatever that market cap is, you still hold a percentage of whatever that market cap is. Does that make sense? So we're trying to push this to exchanges to say, look, this is our plan. This is the reason why we need to get there. What we've done in the past was just, hey, implement this because we want to make money. That's not the right idea. That's not the right way we pitch this to people. We pitch this to exchanges and CEXs, because if we do that, we're saying we're in it for the short term. Implement this burn tax because we want the price to rise so that we can sell at a higher price. That's basically what we're saying. We don't want that to happen. We want to make sure that we have the full support for it, not only in the short term, but also in the long term. So let's talk about this. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are also in the description. Now, again, I've mentioned this in plenty of videos that I think exchanges need to implement some sort of a burn tax. Because while we look at Terra Luna Classic overall and we look at the price, it's at 5775. Right now would be prime time for burning Terra Luna Classic in the form of dollars, right? If we see millions upon millions of dollars, we're at a lower price where we can burn a hell of a lot. Even in businesses, NFTs, all the different places, it's prime time for doing that. We don't want to see it absolutely rise and then have a burn tax implemented, because now you have a lesser chance to burn a hell of a lot, especially in the beginning stages of it. But the main focus for us in Terra Luna Classic, a lot of the community, is this right here. We know if this supply was never, increased to 7 trillion, we would be at a much better spot for Terra Luna Classic and a much better spot for USTC to repeg and re-enable the algorithm, get everything back in the right place. However, it is up to 7 trillion. So that being said, 7 trillion needs to be decreased. And the way that we do that best is by normal transactions, not by having regular people like us take 50% of our supply and decide to burn it off. That's basically a reverse split. We're increasing the price. We're giving ourselves less coins just to burn off our entire supply, while the other person, may not be looking to burn just like we burned, right? We burned 50%. They didn't burn anything. And it's like, how is that fair? So if it's something that's mandatory, where if you have a transaction, it's going to burn, then that's where that everybody's going to be doing it no matter what. So that's why I want to implement a burn literally everywhere. But the main place is on exchanges. Exchanges hold basically over 99% of the volume. If you look at the volume here, you're going to see that you have $12.8 million on CEX volume. You know how much you have on DEX volume? It's right in front of you. $13,000, almost $14,000. So I was wrong. $14,000 worth of DEX volume. Is that doing anything with the 0.5% burn tax that we have right now on chain? No, it's doing something, but is it doing enough? It's not. So one, we need the 1.2%. Two, we need a 1% exchange burn tax to incentivize people to trade on exchanges rather than on DEXs, because you have a 0.2% increase on the DEX side. However, I just want to see that happen because we know that's where the volume is. So my plan, as I have my Word document, my proposal that I'm building up, and I know I'm going to submit it and have conversations not only on YouTube. People have reached out to me and said, look, we're not supposed to just have these conversations on YouTube. That's not the area to where you have these conversations. I just want to have that initial setup, and then we'll have the conversations in the places that we're supposed to have them. And if people agree on them, people agree on them. If they don't agree on them, they don't agree on them. But I want to be able to build interest before we get to that point of just introducing it. Because now we're introducing it and we're trying to get everything situated. Then we introduce the actual proposal, and it doesn't have enough interest from different YouTube videos that have been created. So I don't know exactly what number this is going to be. I don't know exactly what the name is going to be in the end, but all I know is that I'm looking to implement this, and we have this right here, where the 1% burn tax USTC and Terra Luna Classic off-chain on exchanges, where we need to recover Terra Luna Classic, Terra Luna Classic and Terra USD. The only way that this happens is if exchanges get on board with burning the supply, just like on-chain volume does. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the main reason exchanges did not support any taxes because of the short-term mindset of investors, seeming like they only want to make a quick buck. However, exchanges are in it for the long-term success of the project while increasing their bottom line. The 1% tax will do just that, decreasing the supply. Decreasing the supply gives LUNC and USTC the strength and potential to ultimately restore what once was. Also, CEXs will benefit strongly from this burn tax only if all exchanges implement this as well. For example, if Terra Luna Classic fully recovers to $40 billion market cap, Binance, which holds 33% of LUNC supply, would go from holding 100 million in market cap, or 100 million in their overall supply, to 12 billion. So, however, this only happens if we see the burns. So we need to see those burns implemented. And I don't really know exactly how that fully gets done, but we are taking steps and leaps, and we want to be able to have those connections. And this is where we need to establish those connections. Who has a connection with Binance? Who has a connection with this, with that? Do you see that this is a proposal that's out there? Not necessarily to say you have to do this. It's to ask you, do you want to save Terra Luna Classic? Do you want Terra Luna Classic to succeed to where you have billions of dollars added to your bottom line? Or do you want to see Terra Luna Classic fail to where maybe you have $1 billion that's added to your bottom line and then quickly taken away because it's all about gains and not about the long-term success? What do you want? What do you care about, right? So anyways, guys, let me know what you think about it. I'm going to continue to kind of push this down your throat. I know there's people that are tired of me even talking about it and say, look, you're beating a dead horse. Get out of this play. It's dead. If you're tired of hearing me talk about it, then, I mean, just find a different video. If you see me talking about this video, or you like my content in other areas, then just skip the LUNC videos. Don't even comment. I like constructive criticism, but if it's not constructive criticism and it's just like, hey, this sucks and no reasoning behind it, it's not helping in any way. There's so much success, so much potential for Terra Luna Classic. We just have to find the right path to get there. And if we can build that full path, if we can build the complete bridge before we walk across rather than building it piece by piece and then slowly getting there over the next 20 years, maybe even over the next 30 years or 100 years, if we can get there quicker by building the whole bridge and then walking across it, that's what I'm looking to do. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.